Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you or do some kind of comparison between different kind of serrations. And for that I have some different brand with me. I have that all of this serration are pretty good, but not on everything. One of the knife is a little bit awkward. And I am at the same place as the last time, in my home village here, home small town, and therefore you can hear some cars then and then, because I'm not in the deep bush. Okay, first we have a buck knife with buck style serrations. Pretty aggressive. And then we have, because I don't have any folder of this brand, I don't know if they do, we have an S3 with S style design serration. And then we have Spyderco style serrations. And then we have the most strange one. I love this knife, but I don't like the serrations. That cold steel Recon 1, very old knife, one of my first big folders. And then of course we have that Gerber Gator, and I don't bring that Benchmade with me because they are almost identical, the serrations. This is the monsters of serrations. And we don't gonna cut rope and that kind of stuff, because rope you can cut with a butter knife, anything you can cut. Of course not big rope, but rope. Serrations for me is not for rope. Serrations for me is for example, something you have need of in the bush, curls or feather sticks. And do you know what kind of tree this is? This is aspen, some kind of leaf tree. Pretty dry, dead tree. Should we do some, I'm not very good at feather sticks, but curls is almost as good when you want to start a fire. We're doing curls because I am not the master of feathers, but curls I can do. And by the way, you people that think that all the serrations is for left-handed people, when you're doing curls, it's better to use that right hand. You get finer curls. If you use that left hand, it cuts very aggressive and deep. So that's a myth. Most of you are right-handed. Use your right hand when you do curls. And choose your brand. I'm going to re-angle the camera a little bit here so I can show you. I wish should have a stump, a rock will. I only have a big flat rock. Okay, which knife should we start with? We take that fixed blade, that S, and I'm going to use my right hand. And now I know why I don't use this knife so much anymore, because it only makes some kind of poor feathers. Of course you can put this on fire. It will work. And then we're gonna try, we can try the back. These serrations are super good at rough material, plastic and what you call it in English, spännband, big ropes. Like I said, tiny ropes you can cut with everything. cuts like butter. Those kind of serrations don't look very super good, but they are. I'm a bit curious about buying that Gerber, that Buck survival knife, exactly the same steel as the Tragedy 420 high carbon. I don't remember the name of the Buck knife. Should we try this then? That cold steel. The thing that I really don't like with that cold steel, that when it gets dull, it's very hard to sharpen. You can't use that Spyderco sharpening system. You must do it by hand. But it doing curls pretty well. I like this style of knife. Clip point. What have we more? Have you used that Spider? No. Fantastic. It's like going through butter. That was very enjoyable to work with. And should we try that Gerber then? Why do you say Gerber? I said Gerber, it's an E. Do anyone in England or America say Gerber? Look how it cut. When you cut with the left hand, it's going in really deep. Can be good sometimes, but I prefer to use my right hand. Very easy. It's like using an osthyvel, a cheesehyvel. I have a clue what that is in English. When you're slicing cheese, hard cheese. All of this knife I have, of course you can do this with an Of course you can do all of this with a plain knife, but I like combo serrated knives. And here you have a pile of good curls, or what you want to call it. And the only knife I really don't enjoy to work with was this. Those strange serrations. I have never understand them. But SE are good knives, so buy an SE without serrations, I guess, I think. And why do I love those serrations so much? I don't know. I get the best of both worlds, I guess. I have no problem with having that serration in the cut area, because they are cutting like a beast. At least if you have Benchmade or Gerber style serrations, or like I have shown you, Buck or Spyderco. Many brands are, I think, putting on that serration just for the tactical look. For example, what was that name? K-Bar Mule. It was one of the worst serration I have used. Totally crap. I almost near to close that knife in the water. A fantastic build knife with young serrations. Sorry about that, K-Bar, you're doing fantastic knife, but you can't do serrations. And curves are little bit, they are too, what you say, spiky. I like no more aggressive than that on the tip of the serrations. And you see on that buck is less aggressive, but cuts like hell. And of course that spider. I think somebody playing football in the background over there. The sounds travel very long. Okay, now I have shown you why I like and use serrations, and of course cutting fishes and cleaning fishes and cleaning whatever you want to clean. Cut branches. The serrations will do the work. Did I say that I don't bring the Benchmade because the Benchmade have the same serrations as Gerber? Sure, and on this knife is the only knife I don't have do something with. I think it was too beautiful to put in the grinder, and because you can't use this with the fire rod. I mostly use this knife in my jeans or something, not so much in the bush. So now I'm going to start a fire. Am I rambling or not? I have some. I have prepared for my coffee. Piece of the cake. And no fat wood today. Must practice other stuff. Can't be lazy all the time. Wonderful tools. The fire was getting a little bigger than I thought for just some coffee water. By the way, this must be the most loved and used thing in Swedish Army or National Guard. That sneak Cosa. I have used this for almost 30 years. And you just put it in your pocket like this. And when you see a thermos of coffee or something, you're sneaking up and give me some hot coffee or chocolate. Very popular. I guess you have more use of this than an AK, if you're gonna be a realist. Gonna do some kind of commercial here. I like this Nescafe Classic 3-in-1. Cream, sugar and coffee. and unbreakable to open. In the morning when I wake up, I drink black coffee, but later in the day I want milk. And as much that Swedish people like that English, British or American Crusader Cup, I have understand that people from America like the Swedish mess kit, snusburken. If you don't have any food, you can have the snusburken to kill people with in close combat. It's so fucking big. Excuse me, now I have cursed. Bloody hell. But nowadays you are forced to click on YouTube, not for kids, so I can curse how much I want, saying dirty words and that kind of stuff, because my videos is not allowed to kids. I can say whatever I want. I can say that I want to piss Putin in his face if I want to. Now I'm getting nasty. Show you, take off my pants, take off my belt. I want to show you what I have for that Gerber gator. Gerber have a standard issue army. This is for some of the multi-tools for Gerber. And then we have Velcro here, but I have cut that away. And a friend of mine putting in an, what you call it, snap or something. And in this, I don't use the original, I use this for that date. And I have super glue and compass there. But then you must take out the knife, because otherwise it's going crazy. And I have a small fire steel here. Very good pouch. Because those big folders I carry in a belt. Or sometimes I carry it just like this, in a big pocket, because that sticky material is not good to have in the front pocket, but you can carry it like this. By the way, this is an English smock. It looks very warm, but it is pretty thin. So if it's really cold outside, you must have something under. But a lot of pockets, and I like it. Now my water is boiling. I'll show you a little bit here. I'll show you my... It's great. Can you see something here? My company tag. And the Swedish flag and compass. And here I have candy. Now my water is boiling. The only thing, the bad thing with the Crusader Cup is I prefer to use leather gloves when I handle it, because it's getting very hot. The handle is almost too hot to hold with the synthetic gloves. Ooh, damn hot! No, I have a free week, my friends. I have worked for 7 days and all weekend, 2 12-hour shifts, but now I have a free week for 7 days. Can do whatever I want. Fish, doing wood stuff, drinking a lot of beer, having myself a whiskey, and that kind of stuff. The bad thing is that because of that corona we don't have any new movies coming. So you must enjoy yourself with all ones. Maybe I'm gonna, I love this video have been totally out of subject. Now I'm sitting here talking about movies when I should show you serrations, but I guess if you don't like it, you can turn it off. Tonight I think I'm gonna watch the classic. I love those apocalypse videos like I Am Legend or the Book of Eli, that kind of stuff. An old movie that not many people have seen that is very strange. It's with Don Johnson and Boy and His Dog. A very strange movie, but I enjoy that too. Or should I watch Kong? That Vietnam era King Kong film. That was really good. You can come with tips for movies. Now when you know I like apocalyptic kind of style of movies. I'm not really a fan of Mad Max. And science fiction horror, like aliens, I love it. Okay, now I'm doing like Brian, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna finish my coffee and go home and maybe go and buy some beer. So I don't beer and a movie tonight, yes. Out.